this cautiously because, again, everyone has the right to their own opinion and perspective, and everything I'm saying, I don't mean to say in an offensive way. I truly am humbled and honored to have this platform and have so many people feel that they resonated with my videos, and I'm in no way, shape, or form saying that what I say is better or greater than someone else. It's all about what you resonate with and what's right for you. And so when I say stuff, it's not in any way to say that someone did something wrong. It's just how humanity is and how we operate and how we work, and us, often fighting for our voice to be heard. And I think a lot of the times this need to know more comes from a place of like us feeling unstable in ourselves and not knowing what to do with that energy. And so we are dictating it out to other people as if it's the gospel, instead of reminding ourselves that we learned this to begin with to fix us. And I hope that that's true. Anyone who's learned human design, yes, of course, I'm a projector. Of course I wanted to use it to help people. But truly, when I found human design, it helped me. I love making these videos because it helps me. I love doing it. It is so enjoyable for me. Truthfully, sometimes I like looking back on my videos and seeing where I was, or seeing a thought that I had that sparks a new idea for myself. Like, selfishly, I enjoy that. And it might seem silly to some people, but it makes me happy. It's my way of processing and really speaking the truth and the things that matter most to me. And that didn't come from me learning every single gate and memorizing every single gate on human design. That came from me embodying what I have known. Subconsciously, when we learn all this stuff, just because you don't feel like you've memorized it or it hasn't resonated with you does not mean it is not subconsciously in your mind. It does not mean it is gone or fleeting or lost. And learning the new way of doing, or the new different version of a chart on genetic matrix, isn't going to get you any closer to this spiritual journey that you're wanting to walk on. There are two problems with that. One, the spiritual journey doesn't really have an ending, not in this lifetime. And that's kind of the thing that I think people are forgetting the most. We're still human beings. We still need to cherish and love the bodies that we're in, and we still need to learn lessons and cultivate people surrounding us that make us feel joy and abundance and happiness. That doesn't go away just because you know all this spiritual stuff. I'm a 5/1, and I know how much it feels lonely sometimes. Like, I get it. There are days even now that I feel lonely. Just because I get up on this platform and I do these videos doesn't mean that I am fully not conditioned, or doesn't mean that I'm not working through stuff. I do these videos to show you all that I'm not a perfect person, that I am on this journey just as much as you are. And I know I've said it so many times, but it is so imperative that we say that just because you know more about something in human design does not make you better than someone who doesn't. Just because someone doesn't want to learn human design, or it is driving them crazy mad because they don't know what to do with all that information and they need a break, or they need to just step back, does not mean that their life path is going to be completely off the rails. They're human beings. We will march on. They will march on. They will find their way in whatever is right for them. This idea that we have to ever shove this down someone's throat is despicable to me. And I don't use that word lightly, but it is. To tell someone who really feels like this is hurting them or not working for them that they can't take the time that they need to figure that out for themselves breaks my heart. And I'm specifically talking a lot about Facebook groups and stuff that I know I have no control over, and I know could easily, I'm not saying I feel like I've deeply sat on this or I feel like tethered to this, because we all know we only have control over our own reactions and things that we can do, and obviously no one is able to control what Facebook groups do, and people are people, right? But the truth is, I don't think anyone is really to blame there other than the abundant amount of information that we are giving out on a regular basis about human design. And I understand that it's supposed to grow and it's supposed to come, and it's going to continue to build up, and there's going to be more and more information out there. But what you have to ask yourself is, am I just sitting here watching this because I want to know more, or am I watching this because it is doing something that is lifting me up? If you love learning all the details of human design and you feel yourself just lighting up inside and it is just the most amazing journey and you're finding yourself and whatever, then that is wonderful. But most of us need a lot more time than we're giving ourselves to get there. And what this does is it takes us out of our body, where human design is meant to be, if you want to call it the passenger, or call it, instead of listening to all the voices in our head, like, the voices that are fighting with ourselves, and, if you can talk to yourself in your head, and the voices that just won't ever shut up, because your mind never shuts up, right? Never shuts up. And we're letting that dictate our lives. We're letting that dictate our decisions. We're letting ourselves be ruled by the mind. When human design was all about getting ourselves out of the mind and listening intuitively to the body and enjoying the experience as the passenger. That's what I take the passenger as, is the person who's no longer listening to their mind and is listening to their body. Of course, I understand that you have to use your mind for things. Like, I'm a logical person, and I definitely, I'm analytical, and I like to go through information. Like, I'm a 5-1, I have a 1 line. Like, I love information. But if I don't stop and rest and allow myself to take in that information, it's just wasted space, because I'm just at some point become this zombie taken over by all of this stuff that I'm reading, and I'm no longer even taking anything in. And once you recognize that in yourself, you can start to notice when your mind needs a break and when you need to just start living in the body and taking a few days to just embody it. Human design isn't going anywhere, I promise you. If it does, I'm really sorry that I promise, but I highly doubt that. But again, I only have control over my stuff. I won't put I'm not taking it down anytime soon. So just remember that human design is not here to be a comparison of what you know more than someone else or what you can do with that knowledge. It's really ultimately about your journey and what it does for you.